welcome back to the rural project. So it's another day. A lot of fog when I got here this morning, but in the last sort of 20 minutes, half an hour, it's cleared up. So today's job is going to continue lifting all of this wood up to the splitting area near the container. I've already got a load on the back of the ute, as you see there, so I'll take that up now. And yeah, there's obviously still plenty to go out, but the plan now it's a bit later in the day, I didn't want to start the log splitter while all the neighbours were still asleep. So the plan now, get this up to the top, get the log splitter going and clear that area of any wood that's still left to split. Get that stacked, and then depending on what time of day it is, then get back down here, pick up this next load and rinse and repeat. Okay, so I'll back up here. So I've got the fire going. I'll use that to burn through a load of the scrap bits that come off this splitter. I'm going to clear this area a little bit so I can get the splitter in here, get it closer to that wood pile, as well, and then I'll work my way through this wood and get it double split, get it stacked, and then we'll take it from there. Right, let's get this thing fired up. So a bit of a rethink. This area is absolutely waterlogged, so I'm going to try and clear it as best I can, and I'm going to make another mess in a bit, but try and get as much of this dirt out of the way as I can before I trample a load more in, because all of this covering the ground acts like mulch, keeps the ground very wet and doesn't allow it to dry out. As good as I'm going to get it, and I'm going to make it quite a bit more of a mess once I get that log splitter going. So what I'll do, I'll split those ones that are on there already and then move the log splitter. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I've not used it for a while, but I do have an old base from a trampoline, so I'll stick that up on the ground and then bring the log splitter onto it, and it makes cleaning up afterwards a lot easier. Okay, looking good now. peace and quiet at last. Yes, I'm working my way through all of this pretty well. All this stack, so this is going to take here. Some of this is very, very wet. If you remember, this was wood that was in log piles. Been in log piles since 2018 or 2017, so a few years, and vast majority of it very, very wet. A lot of piles seem to have collected bark and leaves over time, and basically wherever everyone's touched each other was just full of leaves, and that just resulted in an absolute wet spot. It meant the logs were very wet as well. I hope it's going to be worth it, because it's a lot of extra work splitting the wood to this sort of size, a double split, and all the extra work splitting it. I seem to get a lot more wastage as well. I guess you're doing twice as many, or at least twice as many splits as you would normally, and therefore you get twice as much wastage. The thought is, if this doesn't work out and I don't get many people interested in the pizza wood, I'll look at bagging this and selling it as bagged firewood and see how that goes. I'll give you an idea of the amount of wastage. So normally that's all sort of small stuff that gets underneath there, more sort of sawdust than that really, but yeah, there's a few decent logs in there because decent splits in there because they were pretty rotten, but a vast majority of that is just splits that you can't really go stacking, just weird shapes, and when they get as small as they do for double split, you really got to get a pretty even shape. Alright, let me work my way through that pile. I'm nearly completed in this section, and then I'll get the rake in here and rake it all down. Interesting that where all the stones are, that's all still remaining pretty dry in there. Obviously it'll be wet underneath, but really makes me think that I've got to look at gravel in this whole area, putting some stone down and create myself a bit of a proper working platform. Just slopping around in mud all day is no good. Getting close to full up now. Sort of cleared this area, just give it a bit of a rake over. You can see that bag now is well and truly perished in the weather, in the sun. The UV's got to it, so everything's falling apart now. So I think this is a wheelbarrow job, or maybe the small trailer. Thinking I might bring the small trailer in here and all these bits and pieces that we've got, put them in the back of the trailer and chip them, or the alternative is I bring the chipper in here and run them all through the chipper and chip into the trailer. It might be an easy way of doing it, but one thing is I certainly won't be burning my way through it all. It's all soaking wet and it'll take me weeks, and I cannot be bothered to stack it and dry it. It's too much, it's too rubbish. So I think I might do that. I'll finish off these pieces here, a couple of pieces there, and then grab a few bits out the back of the car and just keep splitting until we're full up. So each of those bays is 5 cubic meters. So 5 cubic meters, $200 a cubic meter, $1,000 worth of firewood there, or pizza wood, compared to a bay of firewood. So the firewood sells at $150, so 5 cubes at $150 is $750. So when that's full, that'll be $750. When that's full, it's $1,000. I don't think that $250 extra is worth all the effort. We had 2 people splitting that yesterday, and I've spent most of today on that as well. Whereas we get through about a cubic meter an hour normally when we're doing firewood. So maybe have a rethink. Maybe the price for $200 an hour is not enough for this. But I'll see what the market's like next year. So I'd get a lot more if I was to bag it, but again, there's more effort bagging it. Anyway, let's keep going, get this finished, and then finish to tidy up here. That's it. Pile complete. And if you had smell-o-vision, you'd have a lovely smell of fresh split eucalypt. My God, look at this, what a state. As you'll see now, that mat, once I pull this log splitter out of the way, I'll be able to just fold up the corners of this and drag the whole lot over into a dry area. And it won't add to the mess. So it's pretty good, these trampoline mats. I do have 2 of them from trampolines we've had. Right, let's get the log splitter pulled out of the way. Let's get some timber brought in. And I think, looking at the time, I'm not going to get chance to split a whole heap more. What I'm going to do is sort of pull the trailer out of the way. I think in the back of the ute, I'll load up with a lot of that wood there. Maybe sell just 1 cubic metre this week. I've got a buyer for another 2 cubes, but I'm going to run out of time here. What I have been thinking about over the last few weeks and racking my brain is, where am I going to start putting all the wood? Like, I need to get it off the ground, as you've seen, get it out of log piles, get it booked to length, and get it up off the floor with a cover on it. What I'm thinking about is moving a bit of the storage area over to here. So this is an area where I quite often just back the trailers into. I'm thinking 3 or 4 rows of logs. I've got the breeze blocks there where I can get the timber off the floor, build some of those timber frames, and kind of get across here, get some log piles up. The tin is just down there, so that'll be pretty easy to get onto the roof, and I can easily back the trailers in and out. And the idea being that a heap of these logs that I'm picking up now, I'll book them to length, put them on here, and then we'll leave them to dry with the roof on. And then next winter, all I have to do is just back the splitter and the trailer up, because I want to sell some. Come along here, split 1 or 2 cubes straight into the trailer, and away we go. Because even though I've got 2 large wood stores, a lot of that wood store where we've just been working, I burn my way through that in winter. So 7 to 10 cubes of it I'll burn. So that might be the next task. Get myself some storage in here. Right, but before I do that, let's finish what I've started and get back up here and get all this sorted out. cow, forgot about the roof rack. That was pretty close. It's been a bit of a nightmare for them. I ended up bringing this roof down. I'm backing straight into it. Alright, so listen, now from here it's a case of loading up the back of the ute. Loading up the back of the ute with one cube, make it nice and full. And we'll see what time we've got left. So as you've seen before, what I do, load that up to 600 milli high, put a strap over, or 2 straps over each row, and then this back bit I kind of fill as much as I can, and then I've got a cargo net that goes over the top which keeps it all secure. It's a good way of securing the whole load, and let's fill it up. Okay, we're done. And tied down load. So if I achieve 600 high with the wood, that's a full load. Just sloping off just a little bit towards the tailgate there, but that's okay. It's a quite well stacked 1 cube. Right, we'll get that advertised for sale when I get back. And I am going to get out of here. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this this YouTube video today from the Rural Project. And yeah, stay tuned for more. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, share it with your friends, and if you've got any comments or suggestions, put them in the comment section below and I'll reply to them as soon as I can. Right, well that's it from me. I'll sign out and I'll see you next time here at the Rural Project.